Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. It's the holiday season and we've taken the show on the road. We're in downtown Milwaukee at the Milwaukee Repertory Theater. It's in its 61st season and the Rep is committed to creating plays that are meaningful and relevant to the society we live in. Plays that are challenging and engage the community through the issues they explore. And here to tell us more about all the excitement happening here at the Milwaukee Repertory Theater is Leda Hoffman, who's a member of the Milwaukee Rep's artistic staff. Good morning, Leda.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
It's so exciting to be here at the Rep because there's so much to look forward to. There are a lot of great productions that are going on as we speak, and there's a lot, like I said, to look forward to. So right now you're in the middle of the 2014-15 season. So let's talk about a few of the productions that are taking place as we speak. So starting off with one that right now is extremely popular. It's backed by popular demand, and I'm talking about Liberace, which is going on through January 11th, so people still have a little bit of time to check that out. And personally, I find that one interesting and exciting because Liberace was born right in West Dallas and then went on to be this big global star. So tell us more about Liberace.
Well, Liberace started as a world premiere here. It's written by our Associate Artistic Director, Brent Hazelton, who's also the director of the piece, and stars local Jack Forbes Wilson. So it's really a Milwaukee story. And when Mark Clements came here in his first season, he was looking for Milwaukee stories to tell. What are the stories of our city that we can share with our audiences? So Liberace was one of those. It had a sold-out run, so we brought it back this season. Jack Forbes Wilson's reprising his role. Tickets are selling really well. Audiences are loving it. We've got a couple new songs, a couple little changes in there. All the glamour and glitter of Liberace, with a whole lot of heart too, and really looking at the man behind the glamour and the true story
behind
of his
the
life.
glitz and the glamour, because there is a whole lot of it, that's for sure.
Yes,
and I mean, just like a lot of people, I'm a transplant here to the city, so it took me a while to realize that Liberace was from this area, and when I figured that out, I was intrigued for sure. So it really does give the hometown folks a chance to really get a little deeper into his story and see where he came from, and of course we all see where his star went.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I love that. So some of the things that we can look forward to as well is this production of Harvey, and that's going on through December 21st. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Harvey is the classic play by Mary Chase. It won the Pulitzer Prize. A lot of people know it from the famous Jimmy Stewart movie. And here we've got our own version of Harvey. It features a lot of actors that Rep subscribers will know and love. Jonathan Daly plays Elwood P. Dowd, Laura Gordon, Deborah Staples, Jim Pickering, all a lot of lovely Milwaukee actors in this story of a man who's just a little different than the rest of us and has this invisible rabbit friend that follows him around. And this production just really gets at the heart of what it means to be different and to try to fit into society and how we should figure out those bounds.
Yeah, and this is perfect for the holiday season for sure.
Yes, it is. It's audiences are loving it. You can bring your family, and it just leaves you with a really good, kind-hearted feeling at the end.
I like that. February 11th through March 22nd, everyone can see the extraordinary production, The Amish Project, and I'm thinking this is extremely close to your heart because you directed.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, tell us about it.
We go into rehearsals in mid-January, so we haven't started quite yet. It's a one-woman show, and this one actress is going to play 7 characters. The Amish Project is based on the story of a school shooting that happened at an Amish school in Nickel Nines, Pennsylvania in 2006. And the playwright, Jessica, has taken the true stories of that and then turned it into an exploration of community and what it means to forgive. Really astounding thing happened after this horrible event, and the Amish community came together quite quickly and forgave the gunman and the gunman's family. And so one of the characters in this story is the gunman's widow. We watch her journey. We watch the journey of 2 of the Amish girls, as well as a male spokesperson for so there's really a great opportunity for an actress to explore this role. And I think that audiences will get to think a lot about the way that different people from different walks of life can cope with tragedy. An important conversation for us to be having in our community as we deal together with all of the things that come at us from the world around us.
Absolutely, and this is something that we've seen happen on many occasions when it comes to school shootings, so people will be able to relate to how tragic that is and can be. So I just think it's awesome to be able to sit here and get a synopsis of each of these productions, because it's different from, you hear a title and you don't always know what to expect, and then you look at a program and you read it, but it's nothing like talking to the people who work firsthand with putting these productions together and painting that picture for people where they really want to come and see it. So March 10th through April 5th, we have the world premiere event of 5 Presidents, and that's from Emmy Award-winning writer Rick Cleveland. Where would people know him from?
Rick Cleveland's been a writer on House of Cards, on The West Wing. It's been very exciting talking to him about all of his experience writing for these TV shows, as well as being a playwright.
Yeah.
Obviously, both of those shows, he's got a great ambition for writing about politics, which he's written this play about 5 presidents.
Yes, and he also did something with 6 Feet Under.
Yes, he did.
And so people relate to that for sure. Really great shows, and it's directed by the Rep's artistic director, Mark Clements. And so with this particular one, we're talking about presidents, but how is this set up? Are these former presidents?
So there was a time in which there were 5 living presidents all together. There's that famous photo from Nixon's funeral. So the play takes place in a room at the Nixon Library right before Nixon's funeral, as these 5 presidents figure out who's going to give the eulogy, how are they all responding to Nixon's death and the legacy of Nixon. And it's an imaginary circumstance. They were all maybe in a room together. Did they talk? What did they talk about? We'll never know. But it really investigates the highest office in our country and the humans behind them. What do they talk about when they're in a closed room together? What are the issues that they deal with? The feelings that they have towards one another, all different.
Yeah,
politics, different ages of all of these men, all dealing with what it means to be a president of the United States.
And they really kind of explore what it takes to even put your mind toward taking on an office such as the president of the United States.
When they all have something incredibly in common,
Yeah.
And we watch presidents talk to each other. We've seen these things in the news, but imagining the privacy of the 5 of them in that room, what could have happened? That's what Rick Cleveland's writing about.
I like it. So if there's someone out there that is a fan of the blues, music lovers would not want to miss Low Down, Dirty Blues, and we are going to see that further down the calendar coming up in March, right?
Yeah, it's going to be in our Stackner Cabaret. So the Rep has 3 spaces, and the Stackner Cabaret is a space where you can get food beforehand, you sit at tables, you can get drinks, and a lot of times, therefore, Liberace's in the Stackner, for example.
Okay.
We love programming plays in there with music that really celebrate the wonderful culture that we have in America. Beautiful music all around us is going to be in there right beforehand, which is about Southern folk music, a lot of banjo music. So Low Down Dirty Blues is a celebration of the blues. All of those favorite songs, Ma Rainey, Bessie Smith,
Muddy Waters,
yeah. All of those singers that you come to know and love are all going to be created, their stories and their music, by a group of actor-musicians, which you may have seen if you've seen other Rep shows in things like Blues in the Night and Ain't Misbehaving.
Yeah, I've seen them. And this again is March 20th through May 24th. And truly, there is something for everyone when it comes to the productions that are taking place during this season. So for anyone who's interested in getting tickets, I should add that they are great stocking stuffers for the holidays. So how do you go about getting a ticket for maybe one show, or maybe if somebody wants to subscribe and become a member?
The easiest way to find out about all of our information is on our website, which is www.milwaukeerep.com, and it's got more information on all of these shows, as well as on tickets. So you can buy tickets online. You can also call our ticket office. The phone number is on our website, and you can also become a subscriber. So. especially as we announce next season, which should happen in the spring, we'll announce a whole other lineup of plays. And then the best way to get a discount on tickets is, of course, to subscribe and then see the wide variety of work that we're doing here.
Okay, and we'll put the phone number up on the screen, 414-224-9490. And there is quite a bit that you offer to the public in other ways as well here at the Milwaukee Rep. You actually have an education department. So let's talk a little bit about that. The one thing that I think a lot of people may not be aware of is your teen council, which is free of charge. How does someone become a part of that?
So our Teen Council is a collection of teenagers from throughout the city of Milwaukee who come together to create events for teenagers by teenagers.
Okay.
And you can call our education department and ask for more information about that, and there's also information on our website. They meet once a week most of the time, and they plan events, and they work with us too on talking to us about what are the sorts of plays and things that teenagers might like to see happen here.
And it's good to get that feedback, right?
It is,
so
yeah.
that you can keep it interesting for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. The acting and directing sessions, you do offer those as well for a fee, and you actually conduct one of those directing sessions, right?
Yes, so I'll be teaching a directing class in February and March.
Okay.
And we'll be working on just sort of the basic skills of what does a director do, how do you approach a script, and as well the Rep's offering basic acting courses. There are lots of different levels. Sometimes we do specialty voice classes as well. And so all the information on that's on our website, and you can sign up and take classes. We have professional actors who take those classes and people who've never acted before who just want to start and figure out what that's all about.
I like that because you do have a lot of people, their goal is to go into acting, and
Yes.
so instead of just waiting for that opportunity to come along, you guys are offering things to help kind of shape people in that way where they can walk away and know something that they didn't know before.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the Rep also brings programming to schools. So tell us a little bit about that.
One of the most important things we all believe in our mission is that we're out in the community, and that we're really working with community members to tie people into the plays on our stages. So we do a lot of education work that's all associated with the plays on our season. We just had a student matinee this morning of A Christmas Carol, and through bringing students to student matinees, we also do grant-funded residency programs in schools, teaching reading skills and life skills through the plays that we're doing, through theater games, theater activities, and making sure that the work we're doing is connected to students and future audiences that are out there in our city.
See, there's a whole lot more going on here than just those fabulous stage productions, and that is what I wanted people at home to know. So ticket sales cover 50% of actually what it takes to produce the work that we see here at the Rep, and you mentioned the 3 spaces that you use in order to show people those different productions, but you do rely heavily on donations and support of individuals. So any dollar amount from $1 to $1 million really goes a long way in helping make a difference. How so?
It really does. You know, this idea that only 50% of our revenue can come from ticket sales means that we need donations to shore up the play choices that we want to do, the brave world premieres like 5 Presidents that we can go out there and be at the cusp of American theater. We need donations to be able to bring productions like that to people, and as well to support our community outreach programs, our education programs like we just talked about. All of the donations go to support those programs and make sure that we're really sharing stories with Milwaukee that are worthwhile and help our entire community.
I love that too. And so with this being the middle of the holiday season, Leda, you have to tell us about the one production that everybody is looking forward to. And if you're driving along Wells, you'll see A Christmas Carol being promoted right in the window at the Pabst Theater, which is all connected with the Rep. So A Christmas Carol is that pinnacle holiday classic, and it's such a thrill to be able to see it here. Tell us more about it.
So this is our 39th year doing A Christmas Carol in the Pabst Theater. The Rep has been producing A Christmas Carol in that space for all of those years, different versions, different scripts over the years, but we've always shared this story with Milwaukee of kindness towards others, the idea of Scrooge's redemption. This year we have a new Scrooge, Jonathan Smootz. He's been in this production for over 10 years as lots of other characters, and he's now playing Scrooge for the first time. His performance is just really special and unique, and something for people who've loved this story for a long time to come back and see what he's doing with it.
So he has a starring role now.
Yes, he
It's
does.
amazing. And the production is going on through Christmas Eve. So perfect.
We have performances all the way
yeah,
up to Christmas Eve.
I love it. So if I say I love it one more time, because it's all really exciting. And if someone is not particularly a fan of live theater, or maybe they've never given it a chance, this is an opportunity to see what you've been
We're always
missing.
talking, when we were in rehearsals for it, talking about this potentially being somebody's first theater experience, people bringing their kids to come to the theater for the first time. It's full of Christmas carols, this version, so there's lots of singing. There are 40 people, flying scenery. It's just a really big, beautiful, rich production.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much for being here.
It has been a pleasure. And Leda Hoffman, again, is a part of the artistic staff here at the Milwaukee Rep, and she's the Associate Director for A Christmas Carol. You can call 414-224-9490 or log on to MilwaukeeRep.com for more information on anything that we've discussed. When we return to our Issues Milwaukee, we'll continue our conversation about A Christmas Carol when we meet cast members from the Holiday Classic right after this.